I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are your Kentucky Fried Critics.
Welcome back. You know you guys are ready for another one. Keep rolling in on our Christmas marathon this month.
We established last time that the Jingle All the Way was our freebie. It was our gimme. It was our both of us.
Yeah, that was a consensus between the two.
And then last week was Bo's first pick.
My favorite one.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yeah,
it's a good one. Ranking it best.
You got to start with that one, in my opinion.
Gotta love some stop motion.
Some early stop motion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, this week is another one of Bo's. Just kind of how it fell. Really,
I got the lucky draw.
Everybody will understand when we get to the end of this one and we announce the drink for next week. It might make a little bit more sense, at least a little bit.
A little bit.
This is another one of Bo's picks, and then we'll be going on to one of mine before we introduce.
Yeah, Shane does get a turn, I promise.
Yeah, I'll be closing out the month with two of mine, so don't worry. It's all fair, everybody. We promise. Before we get started, I'll take care of our socials. We know, guys, it's a lot. It's annoying. We never thought we'd be those people, but here we are.
Kind of hate myself a little, but it has to be done.
Yeah.
Let us soldier on.
If we don't remind people and it's their first time hearing, then they may not know we have all these things to go check out.
But to you dedicated people, just
bear with us.
Yeah.
So again, we'll start with Facebook. It's going to be facebook.com/Kentucky Fried Critics. Nice and simple.
Easy.
Then we go to Instagram. I always say this. I don't know how their URLs work, but the handle. If you're going to look for our Instagram handle, it is at Kentucky Fried Critics.
It's the same as the other one.
That's right. Nothing special. No hyphens, no spaces, no dots, no commas. Anything that you might think people put into theirs to try to hold on to. And we got that name first. There. It's ours. After that, we'll move on to YouTube. YouTube's where it takes a little bit of a turn. We are still waiting to hear about an update on if we get the actual Kentucky Fried Critics.
Hoping.
As of right now, it is not. So if you're going to look for us there, you're going to...
Fingers crossed.
The handle is going to be at KF Critics. That being said, if you just type into your YouTube search bar, Kentucky Fried Critics, we are the number one that's going to pop up. Us in our videos.
Look for Colonel Pop Culture's happy face.
That's how you'll know it's us. You'll see him. He's got his nice old school 3D glasses on.
Yep, our glorious bucket commander.
Full of video games and all the glorious
toys and action figures.
That's right.
I love Commander Pop Culture.
That covers up all of YouTube for us, so we don't got to worry about anything else with that one. Next one we're going to go to is our website. Our website that's hosted by Acast. They're the ones that give us this luxury of being able to put out a podcast by hosting both the podcast and our website.
Such wonderful, lovely people.
And the website for that is going to be shows.acast.com/Kentucky-fried-critics.
Yay.
That's where the hyphens are.
I got my fix.
If you're a first time
veins.
If you're a first time listener, then this is going to be new to you. But yes,
I have a weird thing about hyphens. I think they sound cool. Hyphen mania.
YouTube,
it's gonna run wild.
Our YouTube. If we can't get a hold of the regular at Kentucky Fried Critics, then
I'll get the hyphen one.
Then we will be working on getting the one with hyphens, because I somehow doubt that one is being held or anybody is trying to fight us for that one, unless they're listening right now and they're just trying to hold it for money.
Hey,
it happens. It's happened on the internet before.
Don't be mean. Be cool. Come on now.
And again, obviously, if you want to email us, if you've got ideas for movies, if you've got drinks you want us to try because they're your favorite drinks, we can try to
find a movie to go with it.
It's always hard to work those reverse.
Yeah, but we can do it.
We can do our best. We can definitely try. If you just want to reach out to us, if you want to contact us, and then you can find us on most podcast platforms. We're not going to cover all those today, except for obviously iHeartRadio.
Yes, because I want my fucking shirt. I'm okay.
Yeah, don't get mad. You'll never get a shirt. You'll never get a shirt if you tell them
look how sweet and nice I am. See my happy cherub face. Ignore the beard.
I'm going to say that covers us on all of our social platforms where you can find us and how you can listen to us, guys. So definitely
come join us.
A like, share, subscribe, comment, do the things, whatever they are. I don't know. These are just words at this point. I'm not sure. So what were we drinking again this week?
We are drinking West Sixth Brewing Company Christmas Ale.
So we knew it was another Christmas ale, like we said.
They're all that way.
It's all Christmas ales all the time, guys. We're just giving you our favorites.
They've all been different.
Yes, they have all been different, both in taste and from different providers. Yeah. preview this one before we really get started. The cinnamon smell is strong. There's much stronger than the previous. Again, the first one we had, the
little
bells.
Hint.
Well, the bells, no cinnamon. Remember,
that was just a
caramel.
Like caramely Scotch ale. It was awesome.
Last week we had our first Great Lakes. Yeah, we had our first true adding some holiday spices and stuff in.
And it was just a hint. It was
this one
perfect.
I can smell the cinnamon. We'll save anything else we got to say for the end, but I'll tell you right now, you open the can, you smell the cinnamon.
Oh yeah.
You know it's there. Unlike the last week's. Last week's it told us it was there. It was pretty subtle.
It was mostly in the back, right?
Yeah. We'll just jump from there. We'll go ahead and get into the movie. What was your pick, man?
It was my pick.
What did we watch?
We're watching The Santa Claus.
That's right. We watched The Santa Claus. That's The Santa Claus. Claus with an E. We were talking about the Tim Allen classic.
In legal terms,
yes.
You know, like the ass end of a contract.
This is a movie, I want to say, if you are under the age of 40 or 45, you grew up watching this movie.
Because it came out like...
94?
94? Oh, yeah, it's like 30 years ago.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. You ain't lying there. We've all been watching this for a while. The Tim Allen classic.
Yeah, that's right.
If he gets remembered for nothing else, it'll probably be this.
Well, Home Improvement's never going away, man.
True.
Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, I mean, Tim Allen is Tim Allen.
Yeah, he's pretty set. Forget I said that. I'm dumb.
We talked about this as soon as we decided that we were going to do this movie. Me and Bo have a strong connection to Tim Allen, both of our dads and therefore our family in general.
Yeah,
we come from a lineage
of handymen
and electricians,
and builders.
Yeah, our grandpa was.
My dad's an electrician.
Well, all of our uncles,
all the uncles are.
Yeah, so like literally in the actual family, they have all been.
I know enough to not get myself killed.
Yeah, no, I've picked up enough here and there. Yeah. I've run wire for all of. So they obviously in the '90s were the kind of people that were the key demographic for Tim Allen and his humor, Home Improvement. Having the tools, power tools.
Yeah, more power.
Doing home repair projects because again for them it wasn't because for Tim it was for fun. For our dads it wasn't for fun. It was because their wives were at home being like, look, that needs fixed. We're not paying. You know how to do this.
You know how to do that.
Why
aren't you doing it?
We're not paying someone to do that. But yeah, so Tim Allen is definitely a person that we both have a strong feeling to. We grew up watching all of Home Improvement. Again, not by our choice.
No, it was just what
Dad wanted on TV.
Dad wanted to watch, and that's what we were going to watch, and it just happened to be good. So it was a happy accident
it worked
that everybody
good for
liked it.
We had the video game.
Yes.
Again, I say we because my Super Nintendo was his
my
Super Nintendo. So we
had... Watch our Genesis episode for that one. Right.
So we had the Home Improvement video game.
Hard, fuck.
Crazy hard. Strange. Weird way to go for it. Time travel or dinosaur
they're doing
movie set? I don't know.
I don't know.
But there were dinosaurs. And, and you have to use power tools to take them out.
That was my favorite part. Like you're attacking a T-Rex with a chainsaw and shit. I was like,
interesting. Yeah, exactly. Interesting concept for a game. Fantastic. I don't know if I ever made it really past like the first 2 levels or something in that game.
Fuck, I have no idea. All I remember is like I got to the second level and I was disappointed that it looked exactly like the first level.
Yeah, because it was a simple side-scrolling game too.
Because it took me so long to get there. I was like, yes, finally. And it was the same.
Because it's all movie sets. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, when this movie came out, my dad was like, "Oh yeah, let's go. We're definitely gonna watch this guy do a Christmas movie."
Yeah, I went and saw this one in theater too.
Oh, I
think this is the first one we've talked about where I've seen it in the theater.
Yeah,
nice. Hey, cool.
Finally, we got there.
Yeah.
Before we get started, we'll do a real quick roundup here of cast. There's not this being a Tim Allen movie and a movie that all of us probably remember from when we were kids and growing up, and definitely it's a whole MCU level franchise at this point.
Oh yeah, there's like a TV show now.
There's 3 movies, 2 TV shows, and the TV shows both set up even more expanded like characters and stuff.
So spin-offs.
Probably.
Soon.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
Hey, man, turned it into a franchise. Mr. Allen getting that money.
It all had humble beginnings. So the cast we got here that people are going to know, we literally have Tim Allen, Judge Reinhold, David Krumholtz. That's Bernard. He's in a lot of things. You may not know him by name.
Yeah, you've seen him in all kinds of shit. Harold Kumar
he was in that show Numbers. He was like the main guy. Have you ever seen it? It's like one of those cop drama shows. But he wasn't a cop. Like, he was partnered with his brother. I don't know. I don't want to
24, one of those kind of shows.
No. like CSI, but he's not a cop of any sort. He's just a smart guy.
Procedurals.
Yeah. He's just a smart guy helping his brother. He's a good with numbers. Hence why it's called Numbers. But again, people might know him, but they might not know the name. You know what I'm saying? Like David Krumholtz.
When you see his face and hear his voice, you'll know exactly who he is.
If you've seen the movie, when we say Bernard, you automatically know what we're talking about. But yeah, he has definitely been, like, as you said, Harold and Kumar for sure. He's their friend next door. Yeah. And I do believe Kumar lives with them at some point in one of the movies. Like after Harold has moved out and grown up.
I only really know the first one. I think
I've seen all of them because I love the second one. I love the Neil Patrick Harris cameos as crazy, wild, heterosexual, snorting cocaine off strippers' butts guy. Yeah. That dude is the coolest iteration of himself, even though it's not himself, that I have ever seen. I love it. I love me some NPH, and like that one specifically just makes me laugh so hard.
Yeah, I saw the one where they went to Guantanamo Bay. It's as far as I got. Is that the second one?
I think 3 is the Christmas one because it's in 3D, which is why I think it's the third one because, you know, that's how you have
to do it, yeah.
So
because the 3's right fucking there.
It's whatever 3D. Yeah, well, I mean, that's a staple since the 80s.
I was just saying, it's better than... The technology is better than it was in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Again, think of a Harold and Kumar movie.
That's true. That was like 20 fucking years ago.
Well, not only that, I'm not even talking about like the technology level, but when they did it, think of the kind of movies they do. They do throwback jokes so they're doing throwback jokes to the old
blue
school.
And red kind of aura around
Well, not only that, but they're doing the kind of jokes you expect from those old movies. Like they're like, oh, someone's throwing an egg and it comes flying at. Yeah.
Look out for that pie.
Yeah, it's real cheesy jokes. You can see them coming from a mile away.
Right at the camera.
Like you're like, oh, they're about to. I know they're about to do another one right here.
The Friday the 13th one. That's
no, that's the one that sticks out in your head.
That one's hilarious to watch without the 3D glasses.
But you know each
scene that they're doing.
The arrow
comes right at her. Yeah,
you know it. It's just like that. So back to cast. We went way off. The only other people in the movie that I'm gonna mention again, these are maybe not big enough actors or actresses that you know them from anything else, but they are the other big characters.
Yeah,
right?
They're due their credit.
Yeah, and so that's going to be Eric Lloyd as Charlie. That's Tim Allen, Scott Calvin's son character, and then Wendy Crewson as Laura. That's his ex-wife. That's right. Both the ex-wife and Judge Reinhold's character of Neil, her boyfriend, are so unimportant in the movie they don't even get last names.
Nope.
Only the Calvins.
We don't need to know her maiden name. It's not important.
Or Neil's. We don't know. Are they already married?
It was Miller.
Are they already married?
Or
no? I don't know. See?
They're not clear on that.
It's so ambiguous because they don't the movie doesn't have that's not the focus. They want you to know that it is a
divorced family.
It is a family of divorce, but they don't really want to focus on the family of divorce. They just want you to know it is. That is it on the main cast. There aren't even really that many cameos of people, big character names.
Benny from the hardware store. If you're a big fan of Tool Time or Home Improvement,
see, look at that.
It's what we called it in the back in the day. You ask anybody our age, what was it? It was Tool Time.
Yeah. If there's someone that you think is worth mentioning that we did not, go ahead and tell us. We will correct ourselves.
There's a lot of little kids in the movie. If one of them grew up to be famous, let us know.
I don't know. Again, I don't do deep dive research, but my cursory look at IMDb showed none of them even have a headshot. So I don't think any of them were still acting.
They were not well paid for being elves.
That being said, I have watched a little bit of the newest season of the show. They did bring the little girl that played Elf Judy back.
Nice.
For a small cameo as a girl who runs a hot chocolate stand.
Because you can't explain how she got older, so she had to be human, right?
Well, actually, the show has an answer for that.
Oh, really?
The elves can take a step down if they want.
Oh, they can just stop being an elf?
Bernard did that, and so we have seen old Bernard. Bernard took a step down, got married, all this other stuff. We've seen him.
It's a nice thing they can do. I'm going to have to watch the show.
It's worth it, dude. I'm telling you right now. I think the third movie is questionable, and you like it, so...
No, I like it. It's Martin Short.
I know, but I'm just saying, as someone who even thought the third movie was questionable, I think the show is great. So if you thought the third movie was good, there's probably no reason you won't like it. Yeah, you've got no reason to go in not liking it. You know, I at least had a reason to walk in being like, oh, are they making it like that one? Because I won't like it. It's pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
All right, cool. Something to look forward to.
The first season is really good. It's again, we already mentioned Harold and Kumar, and it's got Kal Penn in it. So again, like that said, that's just going a little full circle for us. We already mentioned them. They have a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Season that just started. It's this year. It's all about evil Santa Claus.
Ooh. So he got a black suit.
No, he's still. I think he technically was wearing the traditional green, old school green, before it was transitioned into red, is what they showed him wearing.
That's cool.
He goes by
nice emerald green.
Magnus Anta.
Magnus Anta. Nice. That's a cool name.
It's all evil magic and stuff.
That's cool.
I've not watched very far. I've only seen a couple episodes. But yeah,
I'm definitely going to have to check this one out.
From that note, I think we're ready to roll in.
Yeah, let's roll right into the movie.
The movie. I'll start. It does give us a song to start with.
Kinda.
Again, like this is my I always say it barely counts because it is a song and it starts off, we don't realize that it is part of the scene. Right, like we just hear it. And
it's because it's black screen. It opens.
Well,
up.
and it shows you like the zoom into the building, so you don't know that it's someone actually playing this piano right away. But it is just kind of an upbeat, jazzy piano Christmas
montage,
right? It's
it's like a little bit of everything.
Christmas songs rolled into one.
That's what that's called.
Again, it's nice.
Yeah,
sets up the Christmas tone
nice
and feel.
We have the nice Christmas party,
just like Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, it starts almost
opening
the
on
same
a Christmas party. A little bit different this time because we are these are divorced parents, so it's not as big of a deal that he's not immediately home. Yeah. He's not missing out on family Christmas per se, but he is supposed to be somewhere.
Yeah, he's supposed to meet his son, and he
is behind because he is being awarded
something.
He got an award. Yeah. Biggest Midwest marketing,
something big, best salesman for
the Midwest area. Yeah, him and his partner. The woman that I don't know if we ever hear the name of. I
don't think we do.
Maybe right there.
Right there, yeah. He probably says it when they call him up with the mic.
And that's it. And then he quickly just steals the...
Yeah, because she's like, I'd like to thank everybody individually. And he just grabs it. He's like, yeah, but we ain't got time for that because he has somewhere to go.
Even though it doesn't come across that way. It just comes across like, I don't care what you want to say.
Right, just shut up.
Let me cut you off. I'm more important.
I'm the MC here. You just sit down.
Then we... This was so awkward too, right? Because it's a family-friendly movie. Yeah. It's a family Christmas movie. First line out of his mouth is the innuendo joke about the woman sleeping.
He's like, yeah, our families aren't here.
Yeah, so we can do whatever.
That's probably why Johnson's secretary's sitting on his lap over there, and he's dressed as Santa. He's like, hey.
And Johnson is definitely getting too friendly with the secretary.
I mean, she was hot. I don't blame him.
It was just kind of like, well, that's a weird look for this family Christmas movie to start with. Again, we're not even 5 minutes in.
Fucking 2 minutes into this thing.
He does get an award for his doll.
The do it yourself dolly or something like that.
Do it all for you, dolly. Do it all for you, dolly.
What does that even fucking mean?
I don't understand.
They don't really elaborate on it.
No, we never get more. We never get more about this doll. We see it for a split second in the background.
Yeah, he's just like holding it.
Yeah. We see that the Christmas party's over. He has his moment. He makes his way out.
Gets in his car, drives away.
Calls his ex-wife, Laura.
Oh, I'm late. I'm stuck in traffic. And there's
straight
nothing.
Lies.
There's
Again,
nothing.
The kind of thing you could get away with back then.
Yeah.
Again, this is still at least a time he had a car phone.
Yeah.
Not a cell phone, definitely a car phone.
It was because it was primitive, big square thing and had a cord.
So car phone, but again, this is pre internet. This is pre her having an ability to check
go and look,
out.
See if there's a wreck or anything.
The most she could do is maybe see if it was mentioned on the nightly news.
Yeah, because he's just like, man, you wouldn't believe the traffic.
3-car pileup.
There's a 3-car pileup. That explains it.
Yep. Again, the kind of thing you can't get away with today. He even starts honking.
Yeah, he honks
as he's driving down the road.
That's not very ladylike.
Again, he's so lucky because, again, this is the moment where Arnold got pulled over.
Yeah, he got pulled over and all this shit. And he is just going.
Getting cocky.
Yeah.
Right? So this should have been that moment Tim Allen got cocky, honked his horn. He should have got pulled over for,
as soon as
the cop being like, what was that about?
Honking at? Yeah. And then pulled him over, yeah.
But no, karma totally leaves him alone. Because he makes it home.
Because he's the tool man. He gets all the luck.
Well, he is still really late.
Yeah. They've been waiting in his car for like an hour.
Well, yeah, he rolls through the streets and we see carolers everywhere. And again, it's like a small town or a suburb.
Yeah.
At the very least. It definitely has its own town center and shit, right? They are on every block.
Right? There's
carolers,
fucking 5 groups.
And Santa's dressed up doing the Salvation Army bell and stuff. I was like, this is an obscene amount for the square mileage.
This little township, they love Christmas, man. They get super into it.
Yeah, he pulls up to his house. definitely way late.
Yeah.
Son, did you notice Charlie looked disappointed?
Yeah.
Right? Like right when he rolls up, he looks like he was like, like he was like
hoping he wouldn't show up and he'd get to go home.
Which is awful because who wants to go with Laura and Neil?
Neil, fuck no.
Yeah, so we jumped the gun a little bit, but yeah, so the car, it's Charlie sitting with his mom and his new dad,
stepdad, mom's boyfriend.
Whatever
they are not clear.
Never real clear about this, but he definitely acts like new dad.
Yeah, he does. He acts like his dad. What are you talking about? New dad.
But so that's Neil, that's Judge Reinhold.
Yep.
I love Judge Reinhold.
What is
Hate him in this movie.
Yes, what is these movies that we've been watching where I don't like Steve Guttenberg
normally
last
lovable.
time? Hated him in that movie.
Judge Reinhold, normally I love the guy.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop, do
Right?
all of those
Oh my
movies.
God.
He's so funny.
And then this one, it's like, God, I want to smack him.
Yeah.
Good acting then, I guess. He made me hate him, so.
Definitely did a good job. But yeah, so we see them in the car. We can tell that there is definitely a major rift between Scott
and Laura.
Yeah, and Neil.
And Neil.
Well, Neil is the reason for
Yeah,
this.
he is.
You can actually see that Scott gets along with Laura pretty well.
Yeah.
It's not until Laura starts bringing Neil into the fucking conversation or into the equation that there's a problem. Like when he first so he shows up late, Charlie runs inside. Scott was like, "Hey Laura, why don't you come in for a minute? It's Christmas Eve. Let's let the kid have a moment where all of us are cordial to each other."
Yeah. Oh, well, Neil's waiting in the car.
Well, even for a split second before she said that, you could see like she was about to immediately do it.
Yeah. But then had to
Neil
think
is
about
the
it.
problem.
Neil is a problem.
Again, I'm not even saying that there's any hope of them getting back together. It's not even like,
it's not
that.
like that movie.
It's literally just that he was a problem. Because any other person, she'd have just been like, "Yeah, I'll be," and just looked over and been like, give the 1 minute look to him.
Yeah,
I'll be right back out.
on.
Yeah. No. She gives that look, and he kind of just is immediately like,
rolls his eyes, throws
What
his
are you
hands up. He's like,
doing?
I'll fucking slap you.
He does convince his ex to go inside to give Charlie this little bit of a moment.
Yeah. Oh, we're all together for a second.
For a second.
No fucking Neil.
We do have the moment when they walk in the door, though, the slippery steps.
Yeah.
It's just a joke right here.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't one of those things, it never gets a call back and never gets anything. He's walking up the steps and he's like, "Look out, the steps are slippery."
And she immediately
almost
slipped. Told you.
Totally. I felt very much like the Groundhog's Day. Look out for the first step. It's a doozy. Like, it totally felt like that kind of joke. Like, we just needed a little bit of physical comedy for a second.
Bit.
Just a little bit.
The whole thing with Neil and them was too tense. We had to bring it down a little bit.
Way down.
Way down.
With some physical comedy.
Yeah.
Like, let's let her almost fall.
Almost fall on her ass.
But so once we get in the door, though, we hear that there's this problem. Charlie was getting picked on at school.
Some big mean kid told him that Santa wasn't real, like a prick.
And of course, Scott being the good parent. Like, again, I want to point this out. The movie kind of makes this. I remember being a kid and totally being like, well, Neil's not. Because, again, this movie came out about a time. For you were maybe a little bit younger. I don't know if you were still believing in Santa. For me, this movie came out when I definitely had already stopped, but only
94?
just barely.
Yeah, I was still believing in Santa.
So for me,
I was like 6.
So for me, I'd stopped. So I was definitely like, Neil's not that horrible of a guy. He's kind of just talking about the realism of things. But here's my real take on it now as an adult. You let a kid believe in that kind of fucking magic as long as they fucking can.
Right.
Because once that kind of magic is gone from your life,
it's fucking gone, dude, and you wish you could get it back.
So I don't care if your kid is 13. You shelter the fuck out of them from every kid at school that wants to pick on them, and you let them believe.
You just look at them and go, well, them little fuckers aren't getting Santa presents. And when you wake up on Christmas and you have your Santa presents, you can go to school and be like, what did Santa bring you guys? Nothing? Oh, I got this.
So I gotta say, Scott's in the right.
Totally.
He's very upset that Neil decided to.
Yeah.
Again, she tries to downplay it. She's like, well, he didn't say that
He
he's
wasn't
not real. But, he was like, we should focus on the other aspects.
He's like more of an idea.
Yeah. And it's like, no, so he said he's not real.
Yeah, that's what he fucking said. The kid's not fucking stupid.
Yeah, he's not stupid. He's not going to fall for this.
No.
He knows what you're saying, and he clearly did know what he was trying to hint at. And so then Scott's
he was upset about it.
So Scott's like, no. I'm going to put my foot down right now. Charlie, he's real.
Yeah.
Fuck these people. Fuck that kid.
He looks at him.
Fuck Neil.
He's like,
he's real.
I believe in Santa.
Yeah,
I'm not a baby.
I love him as a parent for this.
The way to go.
It is. It's the only way it should be done. Like I said,
definitely you should let it.
You let them believe in that magic as long as they possibly can.
I mean, we kept it going for my little brother until he was like 12 or so. Like when he finally was like, "Yeah, Santa's bullshit," we were like, "Okay, cool, we can drop the gimmick now."
Now this, I gotta say though, in the middle of all this happening, he's just trying to convince his son that there is some magic in the world. His ex-wife starts to pick a fight with him.
Yes.
About the doll, right? She brings up the doll. I was like, what does that have anything to do with anything?
Him being this like successful toy business guy is a bad thing.
And it's like, dude, what? Because he's again, they kind of paint him like he's again, just like the Arnold character in Jingle All the Way. They kind of paint him like he's supposed to be this neglectful father, right? Barely. He's trying his hardest.
Yeah, he is. He's doing his damnedest here.
Like, like when we see Jingle All the Way, we see a father who's not trying.
No, he's completely
He literally was just about the job and did not care.
Yeah.
This guy cared. He knew he was running late. He felt bad about running late. He wanted to get home. He called. He tried to get there. He got there. He heard about his son having a problem. He wanted to fix the problem.
And even though he was late and it was already dark, he still got the cookbook out. Did you see him?
Yes.
Immediately, as soon as he got home, got the cookbook out. He was still going to fucking cook. He's trying.
Good dad.
Great dad.
I don't care what they want to say.
No, they can kiss my ass.
But then we get Neil honking from outside.
Fuck you, man.
Laura rushes out the door. Yeah. Good riddance.
Good riddance. Fuck off.
Don't need her. Again, like we already set up, there was the cookbook. He started and then he reads in it after she walks out the door. How many hours?
4 hours.
I can't do that.
I mean, depends on the pounds, dude. If it's a 20-pound bird, you should have started that shit yesterday.
And this is when we get that moment. This is where we're like, oh yeah, in case you forgot, this is Tim Allen.
Yep.
And we got to throw in like a Binford Tool Time style joke here. And he essentially read 4 hours at 3:25 and was like,
Screw that.
What about at 6:75?
Yeah, like 2 hours at 6:50. Right. That'll cut it in half.
We don't see that part, but we know that's what happened because we immediately see this part where they're zoomed in on the TV. So at first you're like, he made a nice meal.
Look at this nice ass
Then
turkey.
they zoom out and you start to see. It was like from a restaurant mac and cheese, right? Like in a little takeaway container. But then burnt potatoes, burnt sweet potatoes. Maybe?
I guess
I couldn't even tell.
I couldn't tell what they were,
but burnt either way. Everything's burnt. And then you see Tim like coming out of the kitchen with the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, he is fighting the fire on the turkey.
Does the almost Tool Time style ad joke for the fire extinguisher?
This is why you always have a high quality fire extinguisher. Right in the kitchen.
Totally felt like it was a Binford.
By Binford.
Could have plugged it in.
You could have. You could have said this is why you have a high quality Binford.
They should have done it just as a joke.
They should have.
Would have worked. I would have laughed my ass off because it already felt like it. It really did. It felt like that moment.
Like they came back from commercial on Tool Time and he's already putting out the fire.
Right? It was great.
That's exactly it.
But so yeah, he fricasseed this turkey. Fire even shoots up after he's done.
The kid's just like, that fire was really big. He's like, it's
okay. And so he's like, it's all right. I can fix this. We're gonna go out and get some food. Now the beauty here is we see them drive up immediately to the Denny's, but we don't.
They stop one place.
And he's
Asabuco.
like, yeah, too fancy. It's like that fancy ass place.
Greek or something.
You would never have taken
is.
this kid to this place first.
He is not going to eat that.
But secondly, it was the thing that let us know that restaurant again. It's Christmas Eve. No place is open.
I don't even think Denny's is open. Waffle House.
No, Denny's would have been.
Would Denny's been?
Waffle. Yeah, they're both 24-hour. Yeah.
We don't have them around here.
Again, my point just being like, obviously most things aren't. Again, we both worked fast food, dude. We worked at the fast food place that certainly would have been open on Christmas Eve. That being said, it is true. Most places aren't going to be open. He finds a Denny's. He pulls into the Denny's. Now, when they pull into the Denny's, though, they definitely set it up like it was like the second place they went to.
Yeah.
But then they go inside, clearly making us known that they had been to a lot of places. And this was just the final one they went. Yeah. And it was like, oh, it's open.
The kid didn't want to eat there. I don't agree. I would love to eat at a fucking Denny's.
Dude, there's nothing like a Grand Slam.
Right. Oh, my God. I wish we had one.
He had a problem with the Denny's. They get inside. Because, again, it's the only place, so you don't have a choice.
Find something, kid.
They get inside, and what I think is funny is they start to, and very Tim Allen. Like, Tim Allen, is, I love him. There's nothing as American as Denny's.
It's an American institution. And
they walk inside,
to
and
a bunch of Asian businessmen. Yeah.
I feel, now what I think is funny is it was like clearly him wanting to make a slide about, like, American values and this. I think it's a lot more of a slide coming from people who worked in the restaurant industry of the concept of 24-hour business and why it's maybe not as, like there are pluses and minuses. It's great that these people who come from a different culture can eat on Christmas Eve because it's not important to them.
Yeah, they don't care.
At the same time, it means that there are people like Judy who have to work on Christmas Eve and it is something for her.
And those Japanese guys come from a culture that doesn't tip.
So
she's probably getting screwed by the end of the night. Poor Judy.
It's just not great.
Yeah.
But so they come in. Judy is the front, the waitress, front
Head waitress, hostess
woman,
something. I don't know.
And
she's pulling double shit.
So as soon as she asks if they're with the businessman, he's like no. And Charlie belts out, he burnt the turkey.
Dad burnt the turkey.
And she's like, oh. Follow me
this way.
So again, they got a whole separate room
for the
single / divorced dads
that can't cook.
This bothers me as a man who cooks.
Me too. I went to culinary school. The shit that they were showing on the TV when they panned out to the burnt shit, I could have done this shit on the TV.
I don't know if I could have done all of it. I could have done some of it, and I certainly wouldn't have burnt the regular stuff.
If those were actually cream puffs, I can make you some bomb ass cream puffs.
It just bothers me that's the
stereotype.
Yeah.
Men can't fucking cook.
Because we get back there and that's clearly what it is. We see like 6 different tables of
They've all got different dads.
They're all sad looking with their kids. Man. They give Tim the knowing the
look. The one guy's got his hand bandaged. He's like burning a turkey. He's like,
of course. Horrible. I hated every moment of that scene.
That's not at all how that works.
Yeah, I hated every bit of that.
Most of the women I know can't cook.
Yeah. Well, that's my thing. Like, let's be real here. I don't even think that we needed to
It's not their fault because they grew up in a time when it was like women get out of the kitchen and all that shit, so they didn't learn.
I don't even have my thing is just this. Shouldn't the scene have just shown us both?
Yeah, it should have been both.
There are just as many single moms
Mac and
don't
cheese
know how to
just
cook.
Like everybody else.
Yeah, craft dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
some
it.
good old fashioned craft dinner. Hey man, throw some like chicken in that, or some like
you
can of roast beef, right? Throw that in there.
Well, that's how Hamburger Helper started.
Yes, it's great.
I'm just saying they could have easily done this scene just by throwing a couple of moms too, and it'd been fine.
Would've
I wouldn't
way
been
more
nearly
fair.
as upset. I digress. We'll get back to it. The woman Judy shows back up to the table. This is the first time when he reads her name. He actually pays attention because now he knows it's his waitress, not just the hostess.
Yeah,
right. Like, she's taking care of him.
Seemingly the only waitress there.
I guess so. And so they're about to place their order, and he's like, "Why don't we get some eggnog?"
Yeah,
and she's
the
like, "We don't
seasonal
have
favorite."
none.
She's like, "We ain't got none."
Now that I've got no problem with them being out of eggnog.
Yeah, on
again,
Christmas,
I was a manager.
Christmas Eve, and it has to be like 9 o'clock at night by now.
I was a manager at a restaurant. The idea for a seasonal drink like that would be to try to have none of it the day of, because you're not selling any of it after, or certainly not enough of it.
No, the
after
deal's probably
matter.
even over the day after, right?
So that made sense. Them saying they're out of chocolate milk.
That bothered the piss out of me.
I was like, fuck no, this is a Denny's. You're telling me
there's something.
There's a pancake that's got chocolate syrup on it. Put that chocolate syrup in a glass.
Throw some chocolate chips in the microwave, melt them down, shake it up. You can make that boy some fucking chocolate milk.
Right? Like, you don't tell me you're out of chocolate milk. Again, like I worked at a restaurant
the crushed
and we
look on poor Charlie's face.
I put hot fudge into a little milk jug one time.
That sounds awesome. Hot fudge chocolate milk. That sounds great.
I just had such a problem with them being
no, fuck you. The look on the poor kid's face, he's like, why? Plain milk's fine. It's like, no, it's not fine. Say something, kid.
And then the scene ends with us being told that they're out of apple pie too, which again, you told me, you were like, oh, that was just like icing on the cake. You're like, to me, though, when I heard it, I was just like, no, to me, that was to set us up for the fact that they were, not only were they burning the turkey like all these other fucking schmoes in the restaurant.
Yeah.
That they were so far behind since he was running late to get there.
The other dads burned their turkeys way earlier.
So early that they were able to get all the pies bought out.
All the pies are gone. You missed out. You should have burnt the turkey faster.
Earlier.
You should have put it to 700, not 650.
You should have just
would have saved you 30 minutes.
Should have just put the oven on self-clean mode so it went to fucking crazy heat.
Turns bright fucking orange.
But yeah, so that's what I thought. I was like, this telling us that they're out of pie was more just to be like, this is how late you are.
Yeah, I like your answer better. But yours is better than mine of being like, well, it's the end of the night and it's a frozen pie. And it's probably like, man, it'd take forever to actually make another one.
Yeah. Although that's more real.
Yeah, it's more realistic of what it was.
I just tried to come up with one that fit the movie. You know, like fit a good scene for the movie.
And we've had to do it.
I've seen both.
Yeah.
I've definitely been the person that's had to be like, technically we have more, but there's no way we can serve more. But before we move away from Denny's, though, I want to point out, because that's the end of our scene. Like
He just
like I
leans
said,
back and was like,
we
"This
find
is
out they're
nice."
out of apple pie.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much the end. Now, when we see Judy walk away, did you notice all the tables had real candles on them?
No, I didn't pay attention.
Like, not fake candles.
No,
they
that's
had
a
real
fire
flames.
hazard.
I was like, whoa.
Not in my restaurant.
That's some risky
maybe
shit.
maybe it's like the paper one.
No. I watched.
They
When
were
she
actual-
walks by one of them, the flame fully...
Nope. You're
Waves.
especially with all those drunk Asian businessmen out there, dude. They are totally knocking one
I
of
was
those
just
over.
like, that was such a crazy ballsy move.
Right?
Dude. I
Because
couldn't believe
those
it.
guys are in there drunk trying to get some pancakes afterward.
But now we can move away from there. We get back to Scott's house.
Yeah.
He's reading the night before Christmas.
Not Nightmare. Night Before Christmas.
He's reading the night before Christmas to Charlie. He reads through the story. He notices Charlie's sleeping. Skips through half of it.
And to all a good night, right?
Yeah, because again he's sleeping. But of course he's not.
No, because that's what
Any
kids
real
do.
kid, it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
You fake it because you're like, well, Santa
I
don't
have to
come
go to
until I'm
sleep
asleep.
until
right?
I'm asleep.
Well,
Yeah.
Whether you're the kid that's like, I'm trying to catch Santa, or you're just the kid that's like, I can't sleep because I'm just so built, like
Never caught that motherfucker.
Of course not.
I always tried.
He was obviously faking. Scott gets to the door and he chimes in. Charlie chimes in with a, what is that?
What's what? A rose shucka ladder.
No. A rose suchak.
Suchek.
Yeah.
A rose suchek ladder.
Get it?
Not a rose such a clatter. He says rose suchek
Yeah.
ladder.
Yep. And he goes, no, that's not what I said.
That's not what I said.
Clatter.
Yeah.
It's like a loud
Like
noise.
a loud noise.
It's a thing.
Like suddenly there was a loud noise. He explains to
Yeah.
him.
He's like, oh, okay. Then Scott's just done.
Yeah, and he's just like,
Charlie's still trying to ask, and he's just like, no,
just stop.
It's bedtime.
Go to sleep.
We'll deal with this in the morning.
Go make some milk and cookies. I'll go preheat the oven. Don't forget the fire extinguisher.
Now, I want to know right now, what were they insinuating that the oven actually still worked? Because
there is no way that oven still
was
worked
done
on
for.
fire.
But so then we cut to Charlie waking up in the morning or
at night.
It's Charlie waking up in the middle of the night. He's hearing a lot of noise.
He hears a clatter.
He hears a clatter. He runs to Scott.
Dad,
it's a
I heard a clatter.
It's a clatter. And he's like, what? And
it came a big noise.
He's the heaviest sleeper in the world. Because not only does it take forever for him to actually like move from Charlie pushing on him, but when he finally does, he is just oblivious to all of the noise coming from the roof.
Right.
He's not
There is
noticing.
some thumping.
It takes so much before he finally is like,
There's somebody on the roof.
and I'm just like, good Lord, guy.
I do
Man,
like
it's a
this
good thing that's not an actual like
bad
home
guy.
invasion because you'd be done for.
Yeah, he does ask Charlie if he knows how to call 911.
No, I love
That
it.
was
The
funny.
answer was
Yeah,
911. And then the best part though was he did not follow it up by saying call them. He said, okay,
Yeah.
you just sit there then.
Yeah, stay here.
What?
I would have said call. There's somebody on my
Call
fucking roof.
I would have been like, call them.
911.
Call them while I go find
Do
out.
this right
No,
now.
He just found out that he could. And he said,
He's like,
okay, don't worry about
good.
it. Don't
They're
worry
like,
about
what,
it.
are you going to
just-
shoot a signal flare from
you just stay there.
outside? Right, what are you doing?
We then see he goes outside to investigate. He gets out the door. He looks up on the roof. He sees a man
There's a guy in a Santa suit
doing something.
on my
Fiddling.
something. I don't know. He-
Belt? I don't even know what he was doing.
I don't
but he was
either.
definitely like fiddling with something.
doing something.
And Scott,
Hey buddy, what the hell?
and he turns around and then fall. This was the
Slips
most.
fake slip fall ever. It was not good. Did you see the fake snow blanket that kind of kicked off
Yeah.
with him? I can't not see it now.
But yeah, so then he falls and hits the ground.
Wasn't even that bad.
Dies?
Yeah, I guess he's dead.
Instant death. Like he was
Boom.
frozen, like instant, like
Right, rigor mortis already
like,
set in.
arm was, and Scott's just like, what just
The absolute
happened?
fuck?
Who is this? Why was he on my? I don't understand. Charlie comes outside. Oh my
You
god!
killed Santa.
I didn't kill him. He's like, let me check for ID.
Yeah, they pulled the little card out.
I want to point this out. The North Pole has all this crazy magic. They can't give him a magical ID that says this stuff. It's a magical business card.
I don't know.
Doesn't that seem a little
You think it would have like a picture?
something,
And then on the back it would have that.
something better than just a business card,
Business
a little
card.
piece of
Shitty
cardboard.
business card. Wasn't even embossed. Fucking American Psycho would be
Needs to be
disappointed.
pearl. Needs to be bone.
Yeah, it needs to be bone with embossed gold leaf lettering to match my $20,000 Rolex. Wrong movie. Sorry, we'll do that one later.
Yeah, I agree though. It was definitely one of those moments where you're like,
shitty fucking piece of cardboard.
I was just like, again, magic. They have magic at their disposal.
Magic.
They have technology.
Yeah, we don't know that yet. So at the very least,
but later we do find out technology.
So they
too.
do have. So it should be a super shiny and badass. Yeah, fuck them. They did it wrong.
Like military grade ID thing, like
holographic,
laser etched optic something.
You tilt it and it like projects
it's a business
the hologram.
card. It's a business card with tiny lettering.
Tiny little red lettering
that we can't
on
tell
it.
yet.
On the back it says, "Put on the if anything happens to me,
put on the suit. The
reindeer will know what to do."
And as soon as they say that, they were like, "Reindeer." And look up. And sure enough, there are fucking reindeer on my roof.
Fucking roof. Very nice. Very good job on the animatronic reindeer.
And so they're like, well, we got to go check that out. And as they go to check it out, we see Santa lifts his arm up. Well, it's already lifted.
It's already up, but he kind of waves.
He starts waving.
Bye-bye.
And then we're going to skip forward real quick because we know they're going to do their moment up on the roof with the reindeer for a second. But when they come back down, he's gone, right? I'm going to say... And point
he's gone before they go up because he takes the clothes up with him.
He disappears, and we're supposed to believe he died. Magic disappeared him. I'm telling you right now, the whole vibe I've gotten as an adult watching this movie is just
seeing the other movies.
Well, not even, dude. Just
without even
encapsulating this movie.
This one,
literally. This dude was just done being Santa. We're not being told some shit. And he was like, peace, I'm out.
He saw his exit and was like, thank fuck.
He was like, deuces. This guy's about to go up on the roof.
Your fucking problem now.
And he just pieced out down the street just like Scott thought.
Yep.
He's naked.
He is
running
running down the street.
He's going back to his family that he's been held hostage at the North Pole away
for the
from.
past like 50 years. He's been like, I'm gonna go home and see my kids.
Well, maybe 50. Again, later on, we'll get there.
Yeah.
But the way everybody acts, I don't even think it's 50. Well, when we get there, we'll talk about that some more.
I have problems with that too.
Yeah. So they get up on the roof. They start interacting with the reindeer.
Oh, the ladder joke.
That's right. Before we get on the roof. We bring back the ladder joke one more time. The ladder appears out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, he bumps his head on it and shit. And
he's like, what is this?
And Charlie's like, look.
It says right here.
Right here.
A rose. It's not even a. The Rose Suchak Ladder Company.
You know, like the story. There arose such a ladder. And then they can climb up on the roof.
So they get up on the roof and they see the reindeer and the sleigh. And this is the normal sleigh.
Yeah.
This is not our later in the movie and what they've had. Again, all of the shows the same too.
Oh, the same like dope.
Still tech sleigh.
Upgraded. Nice.
But yeah, right now.
I'm going to go home and watch that, dude. I swear.
You need to. They see just a normal sleigh with reindeer, magic reindeer. They start talking about the reindeer. Comet. Well, and before we even go any further, before we even see his interaction with Comet, I want to point out all of the reindeer have name tags on them because not even fucking Santa can remember that shit.
Right? It is so hard.
It's not on us.
If you've listened to the last few episodes, it's come up both times and we're both like, we don't know.
We're not even going to fucking
try.
I'm not going to try.
Not. Comet, Cupid, there. Blitzen, Donner. Fuck.
Don't. We're not giving it to him.
Prancer?
Shh, we're not giving it to him.
But that's a movie.
I know. We're not giving it to him. We're not doing it.
It's the only reason I remember it.
We're not doing it. No more. We're not giving them the satisfaction.
Yeah. Next Christmas.
We do see this moment with the reindeer, and he does not know their names.
He calls him Rudolph.
He needs name tags. Santa needs name tags to keep up with these things. Yeah, he calls it Rudolph, and then he looks down and he sees, oh, excuse me, Comet.
Yeah.
Again, I'd like to point out in a world where there is magic and North Pole and what we later find out is technology at the North Pole and everything.
It's like a grand mix of all of it.
Rudolph is a step too far.
Yeah, too far. No, there's no Rudolph here. I am Comet. We don't need that glowy nose motherfucker.
That's fake.
That's
you
some
guys
bullshit.
learn your real stuff from your fake stuff.
God, quit getting your history from memes. All right.
But yeah, so we see Comet. Comet is the only reindeer we really get any interaction from for the rest of the movie.
It's the only animatronic one. The rest of them are real.
And then we get lots of fun moments. With Comet.
He is.
He's always given some
the reindeer with attitude, right?
He's always got some kind of comical like head gesture, mouth movement.
It's really good.
Just to set up in case we miss any of them, guys. We know they're there. But there are a lot of them, and we have a lot to cover.
Yeah, and they don't actually get any like close-ups.
No.
It's just Comet.
But yeah, so we do see that there is Comet. There are the reindeer.
Charlie's already in the sleigh.
He's like, "We gotta
Dad,
go.
check it the fuck
Let's
out.
do this.
Let's go." And he's like, "No, get out." And he's like, "Come on, Dad." And he gets up in the thing and goes, "No, Charlie, let's go." And then Comet's like, "Let's go. Let's go." And then off the sleigh goes.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're committed now, I guess. We have no choice. We go on a grand little roller coaster ride with the sleigh.
With some CG that was way worse than I remembered.
Me too. I don't remember it being that bad.
It was pretty rough.
It was
though,
really
right?
rough.
I would just say I had to make sure it wasn't just me.
I saw it too, and I was like,
not for very long.
No, it's
but
really
the couple
quick,
of frames.
But there's when they go off the roof, the first one, I was like,
really jarring.
Ooh, that's really bad.
I was like, they should have found some kind of practical effect. Because in
Something.
'94, it's like right on the edge.
Well, yeah, because later when it goes from the one roof to the other one, that's a miniature.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me otherwise. And it looked fantastic. This is where we get our Benny cameo when they drive past the box truck. You know, everybody wave at Benny if you're a Home Improvement fan.
And then they blast past that, land on the first roof. We don't know how far. Scott implies that it's pretty far away.
Well, we made good time.
Right.
Because
And it was a hell of a house. What was that, a mansion for the first one they were going to?
They just landed like a freaking runway on the top
I was like, they
of
definitely
it.
wanted to show him the big stuff for his first one.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They were like, this is the fancy stuff. Now, that being said, it was maybe not the best idea because the fancy stuff had a home alarm system.
Yeah, alarm system, a big-ass Rottweiler, and...
Couple of them, right?
Guns.
There were at least two.
Yeah, they came from both sides.
Yeah. Crazy. Not the place to be.
Yeah.
He quickly learned, if you're going to do the Santa job, you got to do it quietly.
Yeah, but before that all happens, he had to put on the suit.
Well, Charlie,
he's all fucking for it.
Guilt
He's like,
tripped
no.
him. Well, he guilted him and guilt tripped him into it. And Comet even
this is stupid.
Comet felt the guilt trip. Did you see him?
He's
like Comet was even like, damn, that kid
man,
threw it
the
on
kid's
him.
like, why is everything I want to do stupid? And he's like, God.
Comet was like, Comet, dude, like, again, you know it's bad when the magical reindeer was like,
looking back,
that was harsh.
Damn, dude, I feel that.
That was a low blow.
Right? Fuck, my nuts hurt.
And he uses that's right. We did kind of jump the gun for what happened inside. Because he used it, this is the first time we get to see
the magic bag.
And it's gravity.
It floats him up in
the air,
and then
he sinks him into the chimney.
Yeah, it sucks him in. And the dude has a giant-ass fireplace when he got down there, wasn't
Well, that's because magic.
Oh,
remember? Because later the radiator turns into a chimney. Everything gets bigger.
Show us that one.
Yeah.
All right,
it always gets bigger.
I was just like, man, they got a massive fucking fireplace.
No, that's definitely, we just didn't get to see. That's how I interpret it. Because again, if it turns the radiator into a giant like mantelpiece place, it's got to be the same thing here.
Yeah, that's their explanation on how Santa gets into houses without chimneys.
But so, like we already established, there was the dogs, crazy alarms. He gets chased out. He needs to leave in a hurry. He leaves. And it brought up one of my first questions that I never thought about as a kid. What happens to, like, say these dogs or a person, if one of the kids followed him into the magical hollowed
archway
out room when it shrinks back?
Gets shrunk in, smashed.
Well, like the one is literally a radiator.
Yeah, dude. The next house he goes to is
so what happens if
you get compressed into the radiator coils?
Man, dude, this is awful. So dark.
Dark as fuck, dude.
The things they didn't think about in the world they made.
But no, this is the next house is the one with the
little girl.
The little girl with all the fucking questions.
Well, and she's like, you look awful skinny.
Why are your clothes so baggy?
And then he doesn't drink. And it
You're
wasn't even
supposed to drink the milk.
It wasn't even that he wasn't gonna drink it. He was just in a hurry, and he was like, "I'm gonna leave." And she was already asking questions, and he was like, "Look, kid, I just gotta go because you're already up."
Because she's like, "I'm not Santa, I'm Scott Calvin."
Yeah,
and
she's just like, "Bah." But then she gets mad about the milk. But I will point out that this bitch had set out celery. Not cookies.
No.
Celery and milk. I want to say to you, you don't get to question him about not drinking your milk.
When you put fucking vegetables out instead of cookies.
You're going to say to him, what about the milk? I'm going to say to you, what about the cookies?
Fucking cookie.
What about the
Even
cookies?
a shitty sugar cookie, something. Goddamn, a piece of celery.
One of them Loft House cookies.
Yeah,
for all
something.
I fucking care.
Fuck.
But just something.
What are those like cheap ass cream wafers you can get for like $1? Those. Something.
Yeah. What about the milk? What about the cookies, honey? What about
But
the
he
cookies?
shoots back with, I'm lactose intolerant. And
she
you want the fucking little dog? Go to sleep. And then he's out.
Gone. back up his magical portal.
Yeah.
The crazy skinny tube.
The skinny tube.
Which, again, we find out was for the radiator. I thought it was like the bathroom exhaust. And I was like, that's super nasty.
See, they went all out for this. My mom my mom explained this shit away because I asked this, like everybody does, like, well, we don't have a chimney. How does Santa get in? Mom just goes, we leave the door unlocked for him. It's fucking Santa.
So he literally is breaking and entering?
No, it's unlocked. We let him in. It's not breaking and entering.
And you already told us that you were a big fan of Santa Claus is coming in town. Yeah. And that's what they do in that one.
Yeah, they just left the door.
The beginning is they just leave the door unlocked.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, super
There's
simple.
no Burgermeister.
No.
Where you were at, so there was no reason for them to have to worry about a chimney.
They overthought it. They just could have had to just go through the door.
But yeah, so we see a lot of these little montages and they fly off. We're done. We'll just go ahead and get back.
Yeah.
They're finished. He's like, well, we need to go home.
Yeah.
He says,
we're done. The sun's coming up.
He clearly says out loud, home. Let's go home.
We get
the reindeer hear him.
We get a Tim Allen grunt because he's like.
He does the ho, 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 yeah, but he does it. He does the total time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. In the morning, I'm going to get a CAT scan.
Wait, before we move on, I want to point out. So we saw a whole lot of montages. The last one proved the biggest problem to me for the universe they've set up here.
Yeah.
Right? We have this whole debate. Adults don't believe that there's actually a Santa. Kids still believe there's a Santa. Where do these parents think these things are coming from? The last house they were in, he pulls out a goddamn canoe.
Yeah, I didn't buy that fucking canoe.
You're telling me mom and dad were sitting around the tree and they didn't have more questions about where the fucking canoe came from?
And who knocked over my fucking tree and broke my window?
Look, magic. I got no problem with that.
Yeah.
Dog. Something.
Yeah, the dog did it. But where'd the canoe come from?
A canoe. They're not going to remember that a canoe was not there when they went to sleep?
Honey, did you buy a canoe? No, I didn't buy no fucking canoe. Where'd the canoe come from then?
All right. We can move on. I just had to point that out because that was pretty nuts.
Canoe.
Like we already established, they were done with the night after that. They took
Take
off.
us home, Comet.
Give the ho ho ho,
right.
Tim Allen style. And then Comet does just that though.
Yeah,
he takes him home. Not to Scott's home.
His home.
Santa's home.
We went back to the North Pole.
They land. Well, when they land, it literally just looks like a middle of snowy field.
Nowhere. They're gonna freeze to death.
Yeah.
Like we will die out here.
And then all of a sudden, they start hearing music. And again, the scene plays kind of weird because at first you hear the music, and then you're like, is this for the scene
or for us?
Do they hear it? Is it just for us? Is it for everybody? But then you clearly hear Scott say things. He's like yelling over top of it.
because he's like trying to talk over the music.
And he kind of like looks around like he's trying to see where it's coming from. And then as soon as this happens, we see the elf walk out and the pole come up.
Yeah, the North
And
Pole.
it's got the little digital trackpad. And all I thought was, okay, so now it's the moment we officially get to know that there is technology in the world with the magic.
This explains why he makes more than just wooden toys.
Last Santa installed a fucking dope-ass sound system.
Yeah, he did.
Right? And they were just blasting the Christmas music outside when they rolled up.
And sick-ass elevator.
But again, this is the first moment where I point out, before we even get to the elevator, this is the first moment where we see that proof for the fact that maybe this has happened really recently.
Yeah.
Because this elf outside,
no reaction.
He didn't even say anything.
Didn't question
He didn't even like flinch.
Nope.
He didn't blink.
Like it's the most normal fucking thing in the world for these guys to be here
as Santa.
How often does this happen?
In the sleigh.
Right.
Normal.
Like,
whatever.
Oh, whatever. I gotta push the code in.
Done.
Bye.
Reindeer go off in front. They go down. Now I want to point out, reindeer then magically pop into their stalls.
Right.
Why did we need the car garage lift for the sleigh?
To show off to the new guy.
I guess.
Like Comet knows he's new, so he's like, nope, we got to do the thing, the big entrance, and then
next time
you just teleport in, it's fine.
Yeah. So, but they all get pulled in. They get down to the ground floor. We see another elf.
Yeah, this is the coolest fucking
like
workshop.
We see all the elves.
Remember when we used to build sets?
And
how fucking cool is this?
We see all the elves walking. It is a huge set. We see all the elves walking around. Tim Allen's like, where are all the adults?
Where are all the adults? Like, because it's just a bunch of little kids. It looks like. And the one he points at, he's like, hey, where are all the adults, little girl? And he's like, little girl, I got shoes older than you. I'm an elf. And then fucks off.
But again, he's trying to find who's in charge.
Who's in charge? And they keep saying you.
He's like, who's the head elf?
You are.
And it's like, well, I got a problem with that. Santa's not an elf.
A little bit.
We just watched another Santa. That Santa was not an elf. He was adopted by the elves, but he's
he
not,
was
an,
not
elf.
an elf.
This Santa is 100%. If all of them became Santa the way Scott did,
They are
100%
not elves.
not elves. Weird to keep saying it's you. He is not the head elf. He might be in charge. That one I agree with. He is the man in charge.
But he's not the elf in charge.
Especially when we clearly see Bernard walk up seconds later.
He's obviously the elf in charge.
Obviously the head elf.
Right.
He's obviously the elf at the top of the
Right.
hierarchy.
My problem is like nobody seems upset.
Well, no, that's what we're saying.
That the
whole
other guy is dead.
The whole thing sets up the fact, like I said, happened recently.
Yeah.
Right? And he must not have been Santa for very long. Like they just have dealt with it with him. And it's still so new to them.
Yeah, like he's
not even
only Santa
phasing
for
them.
like 5 years or something like that.
Like I said, we're not being told
Maybe
something.
he was a dick and they just like, oh, thank God.
No, because he was the one that was happy to leave.
Yeah.
We're not being told something. There is
That's
some
season 3 of the show. We're going to get that guy's back. He's going to come back. He's going to have like second thoughts and he's going to want to be Santa again.
There's something dark going on.
Right.
That's what I feel.
Comes back, starts murdering people. We find
Yeah.
Bernard dead.
We do finally, we meet Bernard, our head elf.
Yes.
Yeah, he comes up, he's berating all the other
One bitch
elves.
is like, we don't drink coffee. He's like, then I guess the break is over. Get back to work. Thank you.
Yeah, so this is all going on, and then all of a sudden, Bernard's talking to him. He mentions other Santa disappeared.
Yeah.
Says it like it's not a big deal.
Right? Like, you put on the suit.
It's you.
It's you.
Then while they're having this argument, they were walking and talking.
Yeah,
right?
nice
totally
walk
like
and talk. It was really good.
Yeah, and so they stop, though, in front of the ballroom. It's our first glimpse of the ballroom.
And you can see the
this
shadows
is a joke.
of balls.
I love this joke. I love that we never actually
get to see inside
the
of it.
door. We only see the silhouettes.
The silhouettes.
I love the joke, though. I love that it's the ballroom.
Yep.
It is full of bouncing balls of different sizes.
Because you want to go in there.
It was so great. But so they're having their conversation and argument about if he is Santa,
Yeah.
why is he Santa? Why do you think that? Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah,
so he's
blah,
like,
blah,
you got
blah.
the card.
Big thing is, though, Charlie shows up in
Yeah.
the middle of it. And Charlie's like, of course, Dad.
Yeah.
You know you're Santa.
Yeah, you put on the suit. You saw the card.
Mainly, I bring this up just to point out that it's only been 2 times now, but Charlie will not stay the fuck where he keeps getting told.
No, he's like, I told you to stay in the sleigh.
He told him to stay inside.
Yep.
He came outside. He told him to stay in the sleigh. He followed him anyway.
Most certainly did not stay out.
Charlie
in the sleigh.
just will not listen.
No,
This kid.
he is a curious boy. He must adventure.
But even Bernard realizes this is no place for Charlie right now
Yeah.
and says, hey, you. You.
Get this kid some food.
Take him some food.
Get him out of here.
At first, Scott stops him, and when Scott is like, I don't think
Yeah.
so, Bernard has a little longer, brief moment with Charlie, gives him the snow globe.
Yeah,
It's supposed to show him,
it's all nice and shit. It's real nice snow globe.
show him what?
I don't know.
Things?
There's a nice Santa that goes through it, so it's kind of magic.
And later we see that he watches his dad with it.
Yeah.
But we don't really know why it's important. And Bernard even says, like, make sure you hold on to that.
Yeah, don't lose
Almost
it.
like foreshadowing
Oh, it's total foreshadowing.
for something that wasn't actually important.
I mean, other than the very end of the movie where he's like, oh, you can shake it and your dad will know you want to
Yeah,
talk to him.
I
Like,
know.
that's it.
I know.
Didn't warrant that.
But this, it didn't
warrant that early of a foreshadowing.
Yeah, because they were foreshadowing like it was going to be important in the movie.
Yeah.
That's more like important.
MacGuffin style
Yes,
foreshadowing where like
exactly.
this is going to be the thing that solves all of our
And
problems
it was
later.
not. It was not at all.
No, it's
yeah.
not. I think
Yeah.
we had that snow globe. I think Mom bought that after this movie came
That's
out, the
nice.
exact snow globe.
This is the first moment, though, like after that, after Charlie runs off and they're walking through more of the workshop, right, doing their walk and talk, that I really was like, wow, maybe David Krumholtz says Bernard was even a weird choice then.
Yeah.
Like,
He doesn't really-
age-wise, his face looks fine,
Yeah.
right, for everybody around him. He is like a foot taller than everybody
Everybody.
else that
That's why
he
he's
walks
the head
around.
elf. He's the
I
tall
know,
one.
but geez, it was crazy in that scene too. Like, he's like
Power
on,
goes to the tallest.
people are on stairs.
and he's
And
still
behind
taller
him, and
than
he's still
yeah.
taller than them. Yeah, it really played that moment. But this is when he finally pulls out the card and really explains it to him.
Yeah, he pulls it up to a
this is the
magnifying glass.
Santa Claus, and he's like, I know, like the man in the suit, the dude that fell. And he's
No,
like,
you're a businessman, right?
The E with
Clause.
an E, the clause,
Like
the
the
Santa
end of a
Claus.
contract.
He's like, what? Let me show you. It's
Yeah.
in the fine print.
Which is all that red border around
Yeah,
the
it
edge
was
of the
not
card.
fancy red border.
Small. Basically, it's like you put on the suit, you're the big guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't. There's more intricacies, but this movie doesn't focus
no,
on them.
it does
That's-
it in full lawyer
yeah,
speak
that's
all the way
2
around.
and 3 are where we focus on the intricacies.
Oh, yeah. Well, next Christmas, maybe we'll do
Maybe.
those. Maybe.
Might be horror Christmas. We still haven't decided.
We'll figure it out. We'll flip that coin when we have to.
It is when they deal with the card again. Again, I point out, shitty piece of cardboard.
Yeah. The crappy ass.
Should have been, they have magic.
Right.
It should have been better.
Holographic at least.
And this is also the moment where we see that we have this entire movie is 100% because of the fact that all of us as kids could never remember how to spell claws.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is 100% a movie that got written because, like, the main writer's kid spelled it the wrong way, and then they thought it was so funny, and then elaborated further and further. We've all done it. Exactly. Didn't know any better.
No.
It seems like the kind of word that needs an E at the end.
Totally seems that way. Because if you spell it without the E, it looks wrong.
Well, and if you spell it without the E, it technically is Klaus.
Klaus.
It should be Santa Claus. Claus.
Like
we say.
Santa Claus is going to town. The little name
Klaus.
tag. That is Klaus.
But again, like, to me, it's a typo that makes sense.
Yeah, you're going to do it. We've all done it. Fuck, I'll do it next year.
But 100%, that's how this movie got written.
Yeah.
Is somebody's kid did it. They saw it, and they were like, they were like, oh my God, I've got a genius idea.
What if Santa was contracted to a clause somehow? That would be hilarious.
As all this is going on, he's explaining all the duties. He lets him know that regardless of what he thinks.
Yeah, because Scott's like, what if I choose not to believe this bullshit?
He's like, right? But it doesn't work that way.
No, Bernard lays the guilt trip on him. He's like, look,
you're going to tell all these people,
all these millions of kids,
you see the
little tiny baby elf. He's like,
laying the guilt trip on him.
Right.
He's like, look, it has to be done.
Right.
You got 11 months till Thanksgiving. I'm going to have to see you. You're going to come back. You're going to judge all the kids.
We'll mail you the list.
Yes, we're going to mail you the list. He goes, what list?
The
list.
The list. He's making a list.
And then you hear Charlie. Bernard was careful. He whispered it. When he sang it, but he whispered it. And then Charlie goes, checking it twice. And then you hear
the whole crowd.
Everybody.
Gonna find out who's naughty or nice.
Everybody.
And they just exasperated look on Bernard's face. I'm like, see, even the Christmas elves are sick of Christmas songs.
Well, certainly Bernard, and I'm on his side.
I am too.
If that's what happens every time they hear one line, they gotta finish it, then I would never let them hear it either.
No one ever say this phrase.
Obviously, they don't play Christmas songs at the North Pole.
I didn't hear any.
But yeah, so they do find out that they've got to go handle all this. He's got 11 months till Thanksgiving. He's gonna sleep it off for tonight, though. Yeah, so Judy's gonna take him somewhere where he can get some sleep
and some sick ass pajamas.
So she gets him the nice pajamas, the red satin silk. I don't know, shiny pajamas. SC.
Yeah, they looked super comfy.
SC
with the SC for Santa Claus
or Scott Calvin.
Dun, dun, dun. Like it was meant to fucking happen.
Judy makes him the best hot cocoa ever. She's had 1,200 years, to perfect it. Shaken, not stirred.
That's not really a recipe. All she says is extra chocolate, not too hot, shaken, not stirred. I'm like, what else is in it?
Well, she can't give away the secret, man.
Bitch, tell me what's in your hot chocolate.
1,200 years. I love that moment though with the two of them when they're talking and he's like, "So how old are you then?" 1,200 years. That's a long time. And she tells him, and then he's like, "You don't look a day over.
Like you're looking pretty good for your age." And she's like, "Thanks, I'm seeing somebody in rapping."
Yeah,
and he's
I love
just like, okay.
Yeah, I love the weird not flirtatious moment that was going on.
Right.
Yeah, so the moment is just to let us see that they're taking care of him. He falls asleep finally against his better judgment.
Right, in this strange
sleigh bed
place.
Because of course Santa sleeps in a sleigh bed.
I'm not gonna lie, that bed looked comfy as fuck.
But then he wakes up and he's
home.
Not in the North Pole for sure.
Was it a dream?
Was it not a dream?
Did we really do that?
But then he looks out the window and he notices. Wait a minute.
Hang on, I'm
wearing my pajamas still.
I don't have pajamas.
I don't own pajamas. He tells us in just a moment. Hey, I sleep in the nude. I don't even own pajamas.
Sleep naked. Buck naked. Yeah. Ha!
Yeah, we jumped a little bit ahead. But again, nothing real major happens there. He wakes up. He's still very confused. He doesn't know if he believes any of this happened.
Charlie is full on board. He is like, no, it happened.
Well, and he tells him, like, come look at everything I got.
Yeah.
Right? Because if your dad becomes Santa, of course you get the biggest haul ever.
Right.
The elves did it, dude. What do you mean win?
That's true. Yeah, they just went and
This was not
off.
a Scott Calvin thing. No. This was the fact that he's the new Santa.
Yeah.
This is a perk that
he had one of those
little Charlie gets.
Those snake skateboards.
Yeah,
no,
dude, those things were dope. Yeah, the 3 different parts so you could lean forward back on them. I know.
Always wanted one, but I never got one.
Yeah, so he got a sick call because his dad's fucking Santa now.
Right. Nepotism.
His mom shows up in the middle of all this sweet haul.
Right.
Look at
Him opening the presents and
thinking
shit.
that, well, at first she doesn't even think he's crazy. At first, because of the way the story gets told to her, she thinks he brought Judy home and he just sweet romanced the waitress
At the restaurant, right? Because she's like, where'd you get the pajamas? And he's like, I don't know. And Charlie's just like, Judy gave them to you.
And well, it takes him a minute before he says who he thinks Judy is.
Like,
but inside, you can see the mom is like,
who the hell's Judy?
But then he gets outside and he's like, Judy, the woman from the restaurant, the waitress. And then even the mom was like, you think the lady from Denny's
brought you your pajamas.
Yeah, so we all know that you're crazy,
right.
And our kid is crazier. So what? And again, Neil is a therapist, because of course he is. Of course he is.
Of course he is.
And so he's hearing all this, and he's already putting his nose
fucking
in.
2 cents in. Shut the fuck up. Nobody
Because again, the
asked you.
conversation slowly worked its way outside.
Outside, yeah.
But yeah, they're out on the street. He starts yelling.
It was a dream.
I don't even own pajamas.
I don't even own pajamas.
And that's when he sees the lady.
And the little girl
in front of her. Yeah. He goes back inside because he realized.
Yeah, I probably should have just yelled that I like to sleep naked.
Maybe
in
went
public.
maybe went a little far.
Just a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's fine. Most of us do.
We went from everything in the movie so far has been Christmas.
Yeah.
Eve and
Christmas,
very slight
small
bit
part
of Christmas
Day.
Day. We are now 45 minutes in. We are halfway through the movie, not including credits. So again, this is halfway, meaning 12
Story.
minutes.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean 12 minutes of that halfway isn't story. It's credits.
It's just credits rolling.
So we're technically past halfway.
And this is way before Disney started putting a freaking sting on the end of every credit.
Yeah, but so this is over halfway through the story, and we're just now seeing our first scene that is not Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. I didn't remember it taking so long.
I didn't either.
To get into the story.
When I was a kid, for some reason, I thought it took like 45 minutes to get to Santa falling off the roof. Like the beginning part. And I was like, man, it took like 15 minutes. We're already here. I just did not care about the beginning of this movie when I was a kid.
To me, again, it's because you just, as a kid, you just really wanted to get to.
I just wanted to
get to the North Pole. But as an adult, like I said, the 45 minutes to get here
was like, God damn, are we seriously this far in?
We're still not even to the real flesh of it. The story is about to move really quick. It's just a lot of little comical moments here.
Just joke scenes from here.
But we are going to be
joke scenes and Neil being a dick.
Yeah. So we start off immediately with what we can assume is probably like sometime in the month of January at school, career day.
Right? Yeah.
And so we see Charlie's super excited. He's got both Neil and Scott. Now, which is weird.
And his mom. They're all there.
Yeah, but is she there to present? She doesn't seem like it.
No.
Neil seems like
she's just there to support Neil.
Whatever.
Fuck Neil.
But so Charlie's excited. He's all on board.
Right.
He is excited to tell everybody that his dad is fucking Santa. Fuck the real job. Fuck the doll, the do-it-yourself dolly or whatever. Do it all
Santa.
dolly. It's all about the fact that his dad is Santa. He tells everybody this, that, whatever. Elves are real.
Pulls out the snow globe
the
even.
teacher, we don't call them elves. They're little people.
And he's like, but they really are elves. And she immediately just like, whatever, honey. Just dismissive teacher. He's just like, whatever. I did my politically correct task. Just whatever. But the principal is concerned because that's where they end up after the class because it's not normal for him to think that Santa's his dad, right?
Well, before we even get to the principal thing, before we move further into the principal and stuff, I want to say this. They had this moment where the kid hears Charlie be like, yeah, when he fell off the roof and because it's his fault, he becomes Santa. The one kid goes, when I grow up, I'm going to push you off a roof so I can be Santa.
Right.
All I thought when I heard that is that needs to be season 3 of the show.
Is
this kid coming back
to try
looking for him.
Like, it's time. I've been waiting for 30 years.
That's what I want to see.
Right. That'd be great. Redheaded prick shows up like, I'll get you, Santa.
But yeah, so you're right though. We do see this scene. We go to the principal's office, and this principal's office feels more like they're seeing a second therapist.
Right, it does.
If it weren't for the fact that both in the credits they list her as principal,
I would have thought it was like the school counselor.
It totally feels like it wasn't. It literally feels like this is like a therapist friend of Neil's that he suggested they all go
to because he's too close to it. I guess
it feels like a family therapist session.
It really
not
does.
a parent-teacher conference with the principal. Maybe it's just me, but it definitely felt weird.
But no, Neil's all being Mr. Psychiatrist here.
Oh,
He's
no,
like,
yeah.
What did you all do before you went to bed on
I
Christmas
read
Eve?
him.
I was like, ate a bowl of sugar, drank some brown liquor, played with my shotguns.
But then he was
looked
like,
for women.
I read him
a fucking book.
I read him night before Christmas.
Yeah, like come on, you guys. Like what?
Like it was the night before Christmas.
Like you're supposed to
fuck
fucking
else
do.
would I be doing? Neil judges him for this. I want to say 100%. I don't care if Neil doesn't believe in Santa. Scott has done nothing wrong and is a good dad.
Yes. Why are you acting like he's insane? They're already acting like he is the craziest.
And as of right now, he has not done anything. As of right now, he is sane. As of right now, he is still being like, that didn't happen.
He keeps saying like, no, that didn't happen. I don't know
Charlie
why he's
just telling crazy stories.
Yeah.
No one wants to listen.
Fucking Neil.
Neil is like interrogating Charlie, right? Like it's not even like he's talking to him. The way he talks to him is literally like you expect a fucking light in front of his face in 2 seconds.
Like, you will give me the information.
What happened on February 2nd, 1955? You know, like,
I wasn't born yet.
But then when it's all finished, right? Like they already kind of do this whisper moment about taking fucking Charlie away.
Yeah.
Which I was like, what the fuck?
Maybe we should look into him not having.
But then
around.
after that, because Scott had made the joke about the sweater, and the principal even kind of like...
Yeah, he's wearing these Cosby sweaters the
whole
movie.
Principal even kind of made a look after Scott said something about the sweater. And so as the scene closes, we get the moment where Neil turns to look at her, and he's like, all right, you were right about the sweater.
Yeah.
I love it. It was such a subtle joke.
Right.
But they really needed it to help lighten up the two of these characters. Right. Without that little bit of a joke to know that that at least he's at home telling him like
you need to cut back on the Cosby
You are
sweaters.
not that guy.
You are
not
Dr. Cosby. You don't want to be Dr. Cosby.
It helps us bring a little bit more human to them and not just make me think they're the straight devil the whole time. Then we cut to the like in the park. Right, conversation.
They're at the zoo or whatever.
Wherever. But it's just Scott talking to Charlie, and he's like, "Look, kid,
this didn't happen.
But even if it did, you can't keep telling people it did. How about we come to the nice meet in the middle? I'm going to bribe you $5.
Right.
You stop talking about it.
Just relax."
And like every true kid in the 90s, Charlie said, "Fuck yeah, $5. Where's my $5? I'll lie.
I'll lie
all day for $5.
Fucking day.
You know how much candy $5 gets me?"
You're gonna ask him, it's like, so when do I get my $5?
Exactly.
Right?
It's all about that.
But then after that, isn't that when Neil's trying to logic him on how Santa goes around the world? It all goes kind of quick.
Well, yeah. He gets that moment, and he talks it away. He's just like time zones and magic portals.
He has the best. He's like, not everybody celebrates Christmas, and besides, I think there's a time continuum breakdown when Santa's inside the sleigh. There's a little 8-year-old pulling out like, no, there's a time continuum, and it breaks down, and there's it's like all things stop while we're in the sleigh, so we have time to do this shit. Completely shutting him down. And then he tries to pull up reindeer, and he's like, well, have you ever seen a reindeer fly? And he's like, yeah. Well, I haven't. Charlie, you ever seen $1 million? No.
It doesn't make it any less real.
Yeah, that's a great sentiment. Like, just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not real.
But so now we leave there and we start to see the change.
Yeah.
The change is finally happening. Again, we've seen a few scenes here. We've seen Scott. He's still, I would say maybe the last scene when they're walking through the zoo, he looks a little heavy. Right? But it's just, they got him in baggy clothes, so you can't really tell.
Yeah.
But now we see full on Scott's got some weight on.
Right. He's like,
shows up to work.
Shocked.
He shows up to work in the full on
in like sweatpants and shit.
Sweatpants. Everybody's like, what's happened? Like, bee sting.
I got stung by a bee.
Turns out I'm really allergic.
Yeah. Almost died.
But so we see at this point that he is huge.
They ordered lunch.
They're like, it's time to order lunch. He's like, good, I showed up just in time.
Right. And he's like,
I'm gonna eat salad.
I'm gonna get a Caesar salad, no dressing.
No dressing.
And then like 5 fucking desserts.
All of the desserts. Every dessert that was on that menu.
Creme brulee, cheesecake,
name it.
hot fudge.
And a glass of milk to wash it down.
And a glass of milk. Yeah.
Proving he is not lactose intolerant.
And the lady, after he's done ordering, she's like, a bee sting? He's like, a big bee?
Leave me alone.
Well, fuck off. You fat shame me? Really?
We see that they set up the marketing campaign that they're about to start working on. The Total Tank.
The Total Tank.
And this gives me such like crazy like Scrooged or like like any of those other like Christmas where they give you like huge parody commercials. Yeah. He's like, so first we see a tank rolling in, and then who do we see? Santa come out of the tank. And then Tim Allen's like, because we want Santa riding in on a Panzer.
Right.
This whole thing was crazy. Whole thing. And I agree. Scott Calvin has problems with all of it, right?
The elves.
The elves are wrong. The Panzer. Santa would never do that.
Right.
Santa wouldn't promote a toy like that. That's too dangerous. That's too crazy.
He's sitting there, he's like, it's got 10,000 parts, and as soon as you put it together, it breaks. You got to buy new parts. And the other guy's over is like,
exactly.
Yeah, I thought that was the whole point.
Boss realizes
something's up.
And so he pulls Scott off to the side. Right. He's talking to him. He's like, look, you need to get your head on straight. You need to figure this out.
Go to a doctor, a shrink, a dietitian. He still eats the cookie, though.
Scott told him it was good.
Yeah. Try the brown ones. They're great. And then we cut to the doctor, right?
Yeah. He goes to see the doctor. He's like, Doc, can you tell me how fast facial hair is supposed to grow?
Yeah, he's like, I shave in the morning and afternoon. I look like this. Full beard, gray. And he's all fat.
Yeah, the doctor's like telling him, he's like,
I mean, you're getting old, buddy.
Yeah, maybe you should, like, that's just a thing. Yeah. Like, metabolism starts to go up. That's where the weight's coming from.
What are you eating? Milk and cookies?
Or no, metabolism starts to go down. Excuse me. That's where the weight's, we get older, you
stop eating the cookies.
All this.
If you're worried about the gray hair, diet, and you should diet. Pokes him in the belly.
He listens to the heart, and we get the
jingle bells.
Jingle bells. I love that. He just is like, okay, well, I guess these are things I'm going to have to start doing.
Yeah.
But then we immediately jump to another scene. Charlie's at a soccer game.
Yeah.
And we see, at this point, when we see him at the doctor's office.
He's a little gray and he's kind of big.
Yeah. Now we see him. He's
full
a little
white.
bit bigger, but not quite full white.
Almost full.
Whiter than before.
Right.
We see full white soon, but he's whiter than before. It's definitely not like before.
Bigger.
It was like gray with a little bit of white. Now it's like white with a little bit of gray.
Yeah. Now you can look at him
like
big
bellied.
That guy kind of looks like
all
Santa.
The kids though are just. It starts with one girl.
A little girl. She comes up and she's like, tap,
he's
tap,
like,
tap.
what?
I want ballet slippers.
And then we see that he gets a line of kids.
Right.
This is the moment where I was like, when Neil and Laura show up
and freak out. Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe they're a little justified.
Now I kind of agree.
Now he seems like a crazy man in the park.
With the line of kids. Like, this is the shit that gets like SWAT called on you nowadays.
I totally was like, okay. But up until now, I still stand by.
Yeah.
Everything he had done until the moment they saw him in the park
was
They
Not
were
that weird.
They were exaggerating.
They were freaking out for no reason. But this one, I'll give it to them.
It's questionable.
They'll get a point.
It's questionable.
Yeah, questionable. That's nice.
Nice throwback. But yeah, so we see now he is definitely starting to embrace the Santa-dom of it all a little bit.
The list shows up too.
The list shows up.
This.
He tries to shave one more time.
Yeah, he
now's when we see
off,
the closer we get to Christmas,
the faster it goes, right?
So now he's almost all white. After when he shaved it off, it comes back basically all white.
Nice.
The hair immediately shifts back from black to white. The dye just out of it.
Nice Wolfman effect, right? Just transitions into the gray or the full white beard and shit.
Yeah, they delivered all the list to him in 1,000 different boxes, all different sizes, shapes, which
all
makes
kinds
no
of shit.
sense. But yeah, he has the list with him. He knows he's got to start checking it.
My favorite thing about the list is that Armand Asante is on that fucking list. He's just like, Armand Asante? And I'm like, what? Yeah, hell yeah, Armand fucking still believes. He was great in that Odysseus movie.
Yeah, he is definitely full on Santa at this point. We see the random moment where Laura and Neil just, again, this is like in the midst of just random montage moments.
Keeps cutting back and forth.
But we see just a real quick glimpse of the two of them seeing him do some of this stuff and then, again, having this conversation about taking Charlie from him.
They're like, there's something we could do and it's real obvious. We're just not doing it.
So unwarranted.
It's all fucking Neil.
So unwarranted.
Unnecessary.
Did we see him walk down the street, right? This is when he gives we see that he is starting to tell who's naughty or nice. And he's just doing that kid's naughty. This is nice. That woman is real.
Yeah, the hot
nice.
lady walks past. He's like, Veronica,
out of your league.
Real nice. And she's like, in your
out
dreams,
of your league,
slave boy.
But so they don't address this in the movie, but the real world implication of this is that he doesn't look at the list.
He has to see the name. He has to see the kid to know.
And so that means that he has to see the kid, then run home, find their name in the list, and then mark it.
That should be a scene. We need a scene of him at like a desk with those like piles of paper and him just like
scattering them all around.
Where
is Scott?
Where the fuck is Johnny?
Where's Scott Thompson?
Damn it!
I've seen Scott Thompson on the street today. I need to find Scott Thompson.
I gotta put a P. He gets the president. He's a very good boy.
I'm telling you, but that's the implication though. That's definitely the way that would have to work.
Because otherwise he'd just be reading the list, going, yeah, that one, yeah, that one.
We now get a jump to where the little moments we've seen of Neil and Laura are coming to a head. They are at the judge.
Yeah.
They have taken Charlie to see a judge for him to tell his side of the story. And of course, Charlie being Charlie, he can't see that this is the one time. He is
such a smart kid most of the time.
I feel like there's no way he wouldn't have known that this is the time
to shut the fuck up. Don't tell the truth.
But
lie.
No, he can't help himself.
Tells the truth, tells the judge the whole thing about the North Pole.
Everything.
All of it.
Judge then tells us this is what lets us know we are now somehow past Thanksgiving, despite the fact that he should be.
Yeah, he should already have been back at the North Pole.
According to Bernard.
Bernard said come back at Thanksgiving.
Because the judge says, I hate to make a decision like this in the holiday season.
Yeah.
And he definitely means Christmas.
Yeah.
The season between Thanksgiving and Christmas is the holiday season. So there's definitely after Thanksgiving. We see Scott's walking down the street. He's
sad.
Beat up. He's beat down. He's just beaten.
Yeah.
He walks to Neil and Laura's house and he's looking in the window.
He goes and knocks on the door.
He says,
Neil opens it. He's like, Scott. And he's like, don't make me beat you up,
because I will.
I will. Would Santa really beat somebody up? I'm this close. Fuck with me.
We would have no idea it's Christmas Eve, and I did not know it was Christmas Eve until when he's in the house. Bernard shows up.
Yeah, and it's like, we gotta go.
It's literally, it's now or never.
It's time to go. Charlie can come if he wants. I don't care. Do you care? No, let's go. Let's go.
And Scott says, okay.
Yeah.
Scott should have known this was going to be a problem. He has a look
on his face like, fuck Laura and Neil. Let's go.
Should have known this was going to be an issue.
Because now the cops get involved because Laura's like, he kidnapped my son.
Yep.
He's gone.
Took him. And so then now the cops are looking. We see the debriefing.
Right. He's got the drawing.
All the cops are laughing like, is he going to be in the red suit? Pretty sure we can find him.
Pretty sure it'll be easy to find.
Jokes all aside, though, we see the North Pole. Charlie helped update the sleigh.
Yeah,
it's super nice,
super James Bond style too, right? It's like, we got this, and we got the new flame retardant suit, and this thing, and he's like, yeah, but like, what if I fall off the roof?
Nobody cares. No one says again.
Yeah, they just keep ignoring him.
Because again, this happens so much.
Yeah, it happens all the time. They don't give a fuck if you fall off the roof.
That's not their problem.
But at the same time, the cops are like going around and arresting like every drunk mall Santa they can fucking find.
Every one of them, which is probably good for everybody.
Yeah,
but at the same time, traumatizing to all the children in this little suburb.
Like, why are you all arresting all the Santas?
Because we already established that they love Christmas here.
Yeah, because it's a huge thing. They're like 18 fucking carolers.
So it's a little insane for them to be busting Santas left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Before they go off on their mission, Charlie calls.
He calls Laura, home, and they try to.
The cops are trying to trace it. You can hear the static. So you know that these elves got jammers.
They're jamming technology. Signal. They know better. They even briefed Charlie. You know they did. They're like, look, the cops are looking for you. You got 1 fucking minute. That's why I got off the phone so quick.
We see the ZZ Top Santa montage.
They're getting ready.
Yeah.
Fucking badass.
He's wearing the flame retardant suit now.
Every girl crazy about a sharp dressed man.
Yeah, he's wearing his nice flame retardant suit.
Yeah, it looks badass. Got the sunglasses.
They sit in the sleigh. He's like, CD. Oh, nice. You got a compact disc. No, cookie and cocoa dispenser.
Cookie cocoa dispenser, which I fucking want. You push the button, it gives you nice hot cocoa, and out pops a cookie.
We see the two-way radio in the hat.
Oh, yeah, that's cool, too.
That's a nice touch I love.
Directly to Judy, who's, I guess, now been upgraded to, HQ command.
So then we now see them going to houses.
Yeah.
We get the first one that we see is our nice callback to the kid from the beginning.
Yeah, the one who's like,
the goddamn celery.
The celery. And
she's got soy milk for him now. He thought it was bad. As you would if you're expecting milk.
I know. Good for her.
But as we also know now, Scott Calvin is not
lactose intolerant.
Yeah, he just lied to this kid, and she remembered, and now it's his fault.
That's right. Drink the milk.
It's his own fault.
This is on you.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about it, too. But while this is going on, he gets to a house. We don't know exactly when, but a house.
Yeah.
And the cops are there.
I think it's supposed to be Neil's house, isn't it? Because didn't Charlie be like, let's go to Mom and Neil's house next?
But he definitely shows up
and the cops
to a house. Yeah. The cops get him. They Charlie.
Arrest him in front of the entire freaking neighborhood. And there's all these kids.
They take
out
Charlie
there.
back home.
No, he's stuck on the roof.
But was it supposed to be that house? I thought
that's the same house. He's stuck on the roof.
It had to have been
because they ask him when he's leaving. He's like, "Where's the kid?" He's like, "He's in the sleigh." And then pans up and he's like peeking over the roof, like, "Oh shit, they're arresting my dad."
Then it must have been Neil and them's house because they were there at that house. So you're right. My bad. You were right.
All these kids are forever fucking traumatized. Well, again, as if
we know it's the real Santa. The kids can tell. Again, that's the magic of this world. Is that the kids can see. Seeing isn't believing.
Believing is seeing.
The kids know. That is one of those moments of the kids know.
Yeah,
they know for sure.
Because the little girl, she's just like, "You let Santa go."
Yeah, so they know. They arrest him. Then we get the ELFS, Effective Liberating Flight Squad.
Yes, that one. I couldn't remember it.
But yeah, the elves got to be called in.
Elf Special Forces with sick badass jetpacks.
Jetpacks. They got to get called in so that way they can go save the day, get Santa,
pick up Charlie. Yeah, we can't leave him.
That's right. This is the moment where they're interrogating.
Yeah, he's sitting there. He's like, "I'm gonna ask you real simply. I'm gonna say name, your name, Kris Kringle, name, Santa Claus, name, Père Noël." Papa Shisha.
Papa Shisha. That's the one. That's the one.
Right, that's the one that's the funniest one. There's a few others in there I can't remember, but the funniest one is Papa Shisha. Fantastic. Yeah. And the cop's just like, all right, we're gonna throw you in the tank for a little while, see if you are more amenable to talking at that point.
That's right.
By that time, the elf squad show up.
The elves show up. They're telling Charlie as they're flying, like, "Don't try this
without elf supervision."
And I was just like, "Don't try this without a jetpack."
Right? No,
it's got nothing to do with the elf and everything to do with the jetpack.
The fact you're holding Charlie's hand has nothing to do with the fact that the jetpack is doing the work here.
So then they show up at the cop shop. We see, of course, it's not really showing you a police station unless you see one fat cop eating a donut. So we see fat cop eating a donut.
A sprinkled donut. Very important.
It looked good.
It did.
But so they show up. They've got their tinsel. To break the hinges.
The hinges off. It's not just for decoration.
We see the second guy in the drunk tank.
Hey, can I get some of that tinsel, please? No, fuck you, dude. You probably deserve to be in there.
Drunk driving on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's definitely what, because he had like the scarf, right? Like,
the pretentious.
Yeah, he was like, I was on my way home from the Christmas party.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger of it all.
Oh yeah, that's exactly it.
We leave the jail cell. They imply that they do some more Christmas dropping
they go and
off.
Drop
Everything
more
else is done because then we wrap it up with them finally going back
to Neil's
to drop
house.
off Charlie, which again they want us to think. Maybe not all of Christmas has been delivered, but maybe like all of that area.
Yeah, the eastern seaboard.
Right, like something like that. Because again, we know it's not all finished, but we know that he took Charlie for a while because they were like, he's finally back.
He's finally back.
So it couldn't have been immediate, despite the fact that they almost feels that way.
My problem when Charlie gets back, why the fuck is Neil the first one at Charlie? Like, he is immediately like all hugging him and shit. Like, bro, that is not your fucking kid.
Well, because he finally feels bad for the fact that he's been fucking up.
Like a fucking dickhead this whole goddamn time.
Let's just go with that.
All right.
Let's for our own head canon so we don't hate him too much. He feels
bad. All right.
We'll go with that. Scott shows up and he's like, Charlie, why don't you put those presents for him under the tree, the ones that you made special
for him?
And then he's like, wait, on second thought, I think maybe you should give it to him now. I think it'll help the moment because they're still pretty upset.
Yeah.
Charlie gives them their presents. We see Scott's a better person than them.
Yeah.
Because Scott did this. He could have easily been like, fuck, you're not using North Pole magic for these two.
Yeah, fuck these guys. But no.
He was good. Nice. And so now we see the throwback to a moment that we totally skipped past earlier, which is that they both get their Christmas presents that made them stop believing Santa in the first place.
Fuck, this is what made me really hate Neil, his little story. Because
the weenie whistle.
Yeah, Laura's you kind of agree because she was like 11 or 12.
And she was sad. Like, it was tragic.
It was like I wanted it and I didn't get the mystery date. Motherfucker was 3.
Again, it's like this big.
Tiny little plastic whistle. I didn't get my little weenie whistle, so I turned into the biggest fucking dick in the world.
But so they now get their magical Christmas presents.
He's all on board by that point.
It makes them, it shifts, it clicks the thing in their brain to make them be like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
She even like Laura even starts literally like she looks at him and is like, Santa? You are him.
Yeah.
Right? Like she says it. Like she full heart like
Neil's still trying to fight it though.
Yeah, he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to.
But then finally
Bernard shows up.
Well, Bernard shows up. He has the argument with Bernard as Bernard stole his pita pocket.
His pita pocket.
I'm telling you right now, Bernard was just craving some food that wasn't
covered
sugar.
in fucking sugar.
Right?
Yep.
Like, that's what it was. We see this moment, though, where finally, after Bernard disappears...
Yeah, he just materializes into
Neil
dust.
is finally like, I believe.
All
and
right.
literally from the moment that Bernard disappears... I swear from that moment forward, it's like the real Judge Reinhold finally
'cause
shows
he
back
turned
up.
back into
He's got like that kid-like face.
Yes.
Like
a 5-year-old in adult's
I was like,
body.
it's Judge Reinhold. That's Judge Reinhold. That's who I want to
Why
see.
couldn't he have done that the whole fucking movie?
Because then it wouldn't have worked.
God damn it, though.
He's finally actually, we can tell that that's supposed to mean Neil is
on board now.
board. He has this moment, he looks Scott dead in the eyes.
Santa?
And he finally, he's 100% there. We're
Because
basically...
Scott even looks at him, he's like, it's okay, Neil.
We're basically starting to get to end a story. We do have one little tiny thing to wrap up. First, we see Charlie's
The whole
like, I
reason-
want to be able to go with Dad, though.
Yeah, but you selfish.
Something.
Don't be
Shake
selfish.
Shake the...
Bernard's like,
Yeah.
you don't have to be sad. Shake
You go
the
and see
snow
him.
globe, and he'll come back and talk to you.
But then we basically get this whole deal where Laura's like, all right, okay, Charlie can go with you on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, she even burns the court papers, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
You got to go file new papers.
Well, I
But
digress.
whatever.
They just want to give us a nice happy.
Yeah,
little,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
they
you-
100% would have to see a judge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Then it's all basically done. They walk out on the porch. Everybody's cheering because the whole neighborhood's
whole neighborhood's there.
And then we see Neil pulls out his weenie whistle.
And blows it, kind of signals the end of the movie almost.
We get one more tiny split-second thing where the mom's just like, don't take him too far.
Yeah.
And no oceans.
Yeah, you hear me, Santa? Ah.
And that's it, though.
Yeah, that's our
Credits
whole-
roll.
That's our movie. Do you like this movie?
I love
this fucking movie.
It's a good movie.
This is a great movie. What'd you think of this?
I'm going to say right now,
I held up the beer in
Yeah.
case you were wondering.
I'm going to say it started off strong.
Yeah,
That cinnamon was a lot.
that first drink is the doozy.
The first drink or two, you definitely got to really be about some Christmas flavors.
Yeah.
That being said, whether it's just that you get used to it real quick or something,
It
by
goes
about
away.
by about halfway through, you forget that you're drinking something like
Yeah.
that, and it kind of just goes down like a regular beer. You
Yeah,
don't even
you're like
notice.
halfway through it, you're like, oh yeah, there was cinnamon in this. That's right.
And ginger, but no spice,
No spice,
just ginger.
just ginger.
I wish there was some spice.
A little bit of heat,
If there was a little bit of heat, even that first drink
right?
probably wouldn't have bothered
Probably
me.
wouldn't have been as bad.
I think we're good on the movie and our drink. What are we drinking next week, man?
We're going back to good old Great Lakes Brewing Company, but this time they have a barrel aged Christmas ale.
That's right, bourbon barrel aged.
aged.
And so again, guys, but because we did this, we definitely were like, maybe we shouldn't do back-to-back Great Lakes.
Yeah, probably not. Just put something in between them.
And so the best way we
So
had that
I
worked
ended
out
up with-
was
this is how it ended up.
2 bows, then 2 of mine. That's how it worked out
it's
for
fine.
us.
It works out great.
Yeah, it works out good. So again, next week we're gonna be drinking our nice barrel-aged Christmas ale.
Yeah,
Christmas
another
ale.
one. Just another one.
You
They're
know.
all Christmas ales, guys.
No surprises there. Just who makes them. That's the big surprise. And I think we're done. What was that?
Somebody's on the fucking roof. Neil is a problem.